Number 1. The 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial Washington Quarter. A coin nearly everyone is familiar with, but did you know that some of these quarters are worth a fortune? That's right. While most of these coins are just loose change, a few rare ones have sold for unbelievable sums at auction. And experts predict that some of these ultra-rare coins could one day be worth millions. So how can you tell if you're holding a coin that could change your life? Stick with me until the end of this video, and I'll reveal exactly what makes these quarters so valuable, the secret details that expert collectors know, and how you can check your own change for hidden treasure. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Let's start with the basics. This quarter was minted to celebrate America's 200th anniversary, making it a historic coin from the start. Unlike regular Washington quarters, the bicentennial editions have a special design on the back, a colonial drummer, a torch, and the dual date 1776 to 1976. But not all of them are the same. Some feature ultra-rare minting errors, unique varieties, or precious metals that could make them worth shocking amounts. So, what should you be looking for? First, check the edge of your quarter. Most bicentennial quarters were made from cupronickel, but a small number were struck in 40% silver. These silver versions were part of special mint sets and were never intended for circulation, which makes finding one in your pocket change incredibly rare. If your quarter has a solid silver edge, rather than the typical copper stripe, you might be holding a valuable treasure. Next, minting errors can make a standard quarter worth a fortune. A major error to look for is the double die obverse, where parts of Washington's face or the lettering are doubled due to a minting mishap. Another rare error is an off-center strike, where the design is misaligned. Even tiny imperfections, like weak drum lines on the reverse, can drastically affect a coin's value. Condition is crucial too. If your bicentennial quarter is graded MS67 or higher, meaning it has little to no wear and flawless details, its value can skyrocket. In fact, some have fetched over $80,000 to $100,000 at auction. But here's the most exciting part: experts predict that these ultra-rare bicentennial quarters could become among the most valuable collectibles of all time. They believe that some of these rare pieces could one day be worth millions. Imagine finding a simple quarter in your change today that could turn into a life-changing fortune. Now, here's the big question: have you ever found a bicentennial quarter that looks different from the rest? Maybe one with an odd error, an unusual color, or in near-perfect condition? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to make sure you don't miss more valuable coin discoveries, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now, go check your change, you might have a hidden treasure. Number 2, could you be holding a $1 million 1971 quarter without even knowing it? Imagine you're sorting through some old coins, maybe some loose change from the car or a pile of quarters you never thought twice about. You pick up a 1971 Washington quarter. It looks like any other coin you've used for a coffee or vending machine. But what if I told you that some of these quarters are hiding an incredible secret, one that could make you rich beyond your wildest dreams? Yes, you heard right. There are rare 1971 quarters out there that have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. And experts believe these rare coins will only become more valuable in the future, possibly reaching millions of dollars. So, what makes a 1971 Washington quarter so special? Let's break it down. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Washington quarters, but due to a rare mistake, some were struck on leftover 40% silver planchets from previous years. These ultra-rare silver 1971 quarters are worth a fortune. If you think your coin might be silver, here's a simple test: check the edge. If you see a copper-colored stripe, it's a regular quarter. But if the edge is solid silver, with no copper showing, you might be holding a rare and valuable piece of history. But silver isn't the only thing that makes this coin so valuable. Some 1971 quarters also feature major minting errors that can send their value through the roof. One of the most valuable is the double die obverse, where Washington's portrait or the lettering appears double due to a minting mistake. Another rare variety includes off-center strikes, where the design is shifted to one side, and broad struck errors, where the rim is missing, causing the coin to appear stretched out. These minting errors are incredibly rare, which makes them highly valuable at auctions. Condition also plays a huge role in value. A 1971 quarter graded MS67 or higher, meaning it has almost no wear and perfect details, is exceedingly rare. The few that have been found in pristine condition have sold for staggering amounts. Now, here's the part that will leave you speechless. Some of these ultra-rare 1971 quarters have already sold for $98,000 to $150,000 at top-tier auctions. And some experts believe this coin's value could continue to climb. In fact, they predict that in the future, a flawless specimen might cross the $1 million mark. So don't ignore your change. Check your old coins, look for those rare features, and you could be holding a fortune without even realizing it. Have you ever found a 1971 quarter that looks different? Maybe it has a strange shine, a missing rim, or unusual markings. Let me know in the comments. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a valuable coin discovery. Now, go check your coins, you might be sitting on a hidden jackpot. Number 3, the 1967 quarter that could make you rich, the secret coin you must look for. Imagine you're going through some old coins, perhaps cashing in spare change, when suddenly you find a 1967 Washington quarter. It looks just like any other quarter you've used over the years. But what if I told you that one small difference could turn this regular coin into a life-changing fortune? That's right, some rare 1967 quarters have sold for mind-blowing amounts at auction. And here's the craziest part, most people don't even know what to look for, meaning there are hidden treasures still out there, maybe even in your own collection. So, why are some 1967 quarters worth so much? Let's uncover the truth behind one of the rarest and most valuable quarters in US coin history. The 1967 quarter's hidden secret. 1967 marked a major change in US coin production. Up until then, quarters were made of 90% silver. But in 1965, the US Mint switched to a more affordable copper-nickel blend because silver prices were rising. However, a few rare 1967 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These ultra-rare coins are worth a fortune today, and only a few have ever been found. How to identify a silver 1967 quarter? So, how do you tell if you have one of these legendary coins? It's simple. The edge test, look at the edge of the quarter. If it's solid silver with no copper stripe, you could be holding a rare coin. If you see a copper-colored edge, it's a regular quarter. The weight test, regular 1967 quarters weigh 5.67 grams, but silver quarters weigh 6.25 grams. If you have a digital scale, check the weight. If it's heavier, you might have a rare silver quarter. The sound test, silver quarters have a higher pitched ringing sound when dropped compared to the dull clunk of copper-nickel coins. The most valuable 1967 quarter errors and varieties. Besides silver, there are other rare minting errors from 1967 that make these quarters valuable. Some of the most sought-after varieties include double die quarters. Some 1967 quarters show doubling in the letters, numbers, or Washington's portrait. These coins can fetch thousands from collectors. Off-center strikes, if the design is misaligned, leaving part of the coin blank, it's a rare error that could be worth big money. Wrong planchette errors. Some 1967 quarters were mistakenly struck on foreign coin planchets, making them incredibly rare and valuable. How much are these rare 1967 quarters worth? A silver 1967 quarter has sold for as much as $77,000, and certain rare error coins have reached prices of $68,000. And as these coins become harder to find, their value is only expected to rise. Do you have one of these rare 1967 quarters? Check your change and collections, your fortune might be waiting. Let me know if you found a strange 1967 quarter, and be sure to subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Your next coin could make you rich.